I beg, buck me at the Emirates. Buck me at the Emirates, because I'll go. You let me know what game you want to go to.
Yo, people. What we saying? What we spraying? Back again with another stream. And obviously today I'm here with Just Joe. And we're going to be doing a little Arsenal versus Leeds talk. Yeah, but before we get into any of that, you know, I'm a man of the people. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm tired, mate. Tired. This is this is a new one. I set my alarm yesterday. I've set my alarm this morning, but it'll do me good getting up, man. It'll do me good, to be fair.
Yeah, man, I'm a big believer in early bird catches the worm, and I'm hope. Well, actually, our game tomorrow is not so early. I think it's actually the final game. It's the final game of the day, right? Yeah. And all right, I'm not gonna lie. Do you know? I'll start from somewhere. Yeah, which is I'm just happy that Leeds are a team I can play again. I actually like Leeds as an institution. I like it as a football club. Like, I'm an old school Premier League guy. I was used to you guys always being here anyway. And it's unfortunate that you've been away for as long as you've been away. But you're now back in the Premier League. And I guess, how about we just start there? Like, how does it feel now you've been following your team for as how long you have, and now you're back to, I guess, the pinnacle of football? How does that feel?
Yeah, man. It's quality, like you say. I mean, we came up with Bielsa a couple of seasons ago after what, like 14 years out, man. It was a long road, League One, Championship, and back again. But that was short-lived, obviously. The ownership at the time didn't back him, and we ended up with that clown Jesse Marsh, and it was all downhill from there. So, honestly, there's no manager in world football I despise more than that guy. Honestly, he ripped everything up that Bielsa built. I can't stand him. But anyway, so yeah, listen, we got the 49ers now behind the scenes, and they've been building something for 2 years under Farke, 200-point seasons. We're playing good football. We got a good squad assembled. And I agree with you, man. It's about, you know, like, make the Premier League great again. That's why I like Sunderland being back there as well, because I want the time with a derby. Leeds deserve to be up there as well. And, you know, we need to get rid of these Brentfords and stuff like that and send them back. And they might be this year, mate, with the state of their squad and their new manager. So let's hope. But yeah, listen. Do you know what it is as well, Hooks? And I'm not just saying this because I'm on here. If people watch me, they'll know I really like Arsenal. Like, growing up, obviously all my mates were like, a lot of them were Man United fans. And then out came Wenger, out came the French Revolution, your Henrys, all these folks, Pires, Ljungberg, and you used to beat them and you used to win titles. And I thought, you know what? I'm happy that they're here because I don't mind us. I hated Man United. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, those are the days.
The big rival. See, that's back as well. The big rivalry between Leeds and Manchester United. Yeah. See, I'm liking Leeds being back, and obviously, I also think that, and I've been saying this a lot and the same does apply to Sunderland as well. A lot of Premier League fans now don't actually realize what it's like going to Elland Road or going to the Stadium of Light. Like, they're not used to like the atmosphere that gets created there. They're not used to the fan. I mean, I hope your fans are more well behaved than what I was used to them being quite some time ago. Because whenever Leeds fans go to your ground, seats might get ripped off.
That shit's changed, man. I hear what you're saying. You know, that shit's changed. Definitely so, mate. But yeah, I hear you, man. I mean, it's frustrating for me. Sometimes I do these shows, and obviously some of the viewers are like, "Oh, Leeds, they're this, they're that," and I just think, if you knew your history, like Man United and Chelsea, we don't like Chelsea as well due to the 70s, but like, they still sing about us in their ground. You know what I mean? So it is still there, but maybe I get it, because some Premier League fans have not seen the Premier League with Leeds being a mainstay in it. So I have to deal with that. But if we can have a sustained period, them rivalries will be back without a shadow of a doubt. 100%.
And do you feel like being back this time, are you, I guess, more confident than what you was when you came up last time that you will be able to get to a point of a sustained period in the Premier League?
I think so, yeah, mate. Obviously, we came up last time under Bielsa, and it was amazing, mate. I can't lie to you. That's the best, most enjoyable time I've ever had as a football fan, because the football was just scintillating. It just came out of nowhere. The man's a god to me. But the ownership behind the scenes were a bit of a clown operation, and it turns out that Bielsa held it all together, because as soon as they got rid of him, it fell to pieces and we get relegated. But during that time, the 49ers have taken over, and they're doing it the right way. Of course, I'd like them to spend a little more. They're always the company that's going to toe the line. They're not going to do a Forest, for example. Like, we didn't spend anything in January, and I was like, come on, just make sure. We end up going up anyway, but yeah, I'd like them to push that a little bit more. But I think with them behind the scenes, the club's in the healthiest position financially. We're extending the stadium starting at the end of the year to 55k, which, you know, it's been 36 for so long now. So they're doing the right things. But all that'll mean nothing if we're not in the Premier League, right? So the buys that they've made are decent. We've just got to, yeah, I do trust them, mate, and I think we can have a sustained period. I think it's like 3 years, Hooks. If you could stay up 3 seasons, then for me, you're in. Do you know what I mean? Because at the minute, I think our PSR, we can only lose 60 million, but after the 3rd season, it goes up to like 100 and odd. Do you know what I mean? So
Okay,
the allowable losses are smaller because they do that so that if you got relegated, you're not in a massive debt kind of thing. But like 3 seasons in, you can lose up like double that. So I think that's why you see it's been so difficult for these teams coming up, because the gap's so big. But on them other teams, they weren't great. And the ones that were half decent had managers that were just clowning, saying, do you know what, I'm going to play my style and that's that. And Company, Martin, you know, you can't go in like that, you know. And Farke has changed his system up. He's put 3 in midfield, made us stronger. So I think we're going to be difficult to beat, man.
Yeah. I don't know how difficult you'll be to beat for Arsenal at the Emirates.
I hear you. I get that.
Yeah, like, obviously, I don't mean this in like a disrespectful way or anything like that, but my expectation for Arsenal this season, and I would imagine most big clubs have the same expectation, is to win all my games at home.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the basis. And all due respect, like, it's been a long time since you guys have traveled to a ground to play a team like Arsenal. So the way that I'm looking at it is, maybe Farke might overthink how to tackle this one. Maybe you'll drift from what you're usually, I guess, used to doing. Maybe you'll think too much of the game, or maybe you'll just find Arsenal's defense too difficult to deal with. Like, there's so many different parameters where I feel Arsenal can get the favorable result in this match that I'm super confident. Like, if I was going to Ellen Road, then it would be a story. But because it's at the Emirates, like, I don't really have any real fears outside. Even in your match against Everton that you won, I don't view Everton as a team that really is known for like overloading the attack. Like, they're more of a soak it up defense, you know what I mean? Try catch what they can, feed on the scraps type team. So I don't know how to judge. And I didn't really watch the game. I've seen a few of the highlights.
Yeah.
And obviously big up for the win. But do you feel like there's anything that you could take from that first game week into this game week that could help you guys get a beneficial result?
I think we've shown we can stand up to it physically. You know, I think that the midfield impressed me, because Farke's played with a 4-2-3-1, and then in pre-season he started playing a 4-3-3, and it is good. It is combative, but I think, like, I'm under no illusions, mate. Arsenal away is one of the most difficult places to go in terms of trying to get a result, because Arsenal are so good, because they're great at home. The defence is top tier, probably the best in the league. I think the stats will tell you that. So one area of our game that needs massive improvement is chance creation. We created next to nothing at home, even though we battered Everton, created next to nothing. So if you can't create against Michael Keane and Tarkowski, you're going to struggle against Gabriel and Saliba, if we're being honest. So, yeah, mate, I think it's just going to be backs to the wall job. And hopefully, we try catch you on the break, but with Dan James, I mean, that's all we've got right now. But I say that, and I know you laughed at me the other day. Just bear with me 2 minutes, Hooks. I just need to go get my son a drink. I'll be 2 minutes, boss. But yeah, you talk on Dan James.
All right, so while Joe's away getting his son a drink, yeah, Dan James. Wait, before that, yeah, people, make sure you're liking and make sure you're subscribing, not only to me, but just Joe himself. Let's try and get the likes to 75. 75 is like my consistent target for each stream. So if you can just hit the thumbs up, it's free, it doesn't cost a thing. You know what I mean? It does really help the channel grow. It pushes it out to people who may have never come across the channel before. So now Dan James, yeah, I don't know about everybody else, yeah. And look, I'm only really remembering Dan James from what I saw when he was at Manchester United, and all I remember is like a speed demon that had like zero end product. And that's the thing. He's just a kick and run merchant. Do you know what I mean? That's what I call them. Kick the ball, run, and then run faster than other people. But then when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net, dead. And yeah, Dre, this is my set of teams to go down. West Ham, Brentford, and Burnley. That's my set of teams to go down. I can't lie. Definitely can't take Leeds lightly. 100% we can't take Leeds lightly. And I'm not taking them lightly. It's just, I don't know, man. I think the experience, the chasm in ability, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's too big. Don't get me wrong. Like, anything can happen in a game. Like, there is really anything can happen. But
sorry,
yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but I basically just
I could hear you.
Okay.
I could hear you, man. Yeah, so my son's demanding. He's like, "Get my drink!" It's like I'm coming. And he was just about to crash out and run in here, so I thought I better go. Yeah. So Dan James, right? I get it. I hear it. He's a bit like, do you know what I always say, Pokemon, don't you? Yeah. I almost feel that you've got Dan James, yeah, Alan St. Maximan, and then Adama Traore. Like, they're the evolution of the speedsters. Was not much technical ability. Well, actually, St. Maximan has, but I suppose end product 0. But yeah, Dan James will cause any defender a problem just because of his pace. His pace. So I don't know who's going to play left back, but if we do have the odd occasion where the ball, he's sent long, I think he'll start with Mecha, because he's better at holding up and stuff than what Pirro is. And then hopefully we can try bring Dan James into play, running in behind. But I get it, mate. That's in my head, I'm like, right, how can we create something direct up to the big man? I'd start DCL if he was fit, but I don't think he would. But like TKA says, just press R2 with James. That's it, man. This is what we're doing. Press R2 with Dan James and run. Just run.
Is that really a game plan? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's my game plan. It won't be the manager's. Do you know what I mean?
How do you think? Like, how do you think Farke will want to approach this game?
Yeah, see, my thing is, I'm a little bit worried that he might go and, like, against Everton at home, we dominated the ball. We had line share of possession. We pressed them into oblivion. We were better than them from minute one. They had a little go in the second half, but again, we got back on top. My worry is that he tries and, I was talking to my friend about it. Farke's quite bullish. He's not going to want to give up possession. Of course, at times you will have to. And our rest defence is really good, right? Yeah. Like, Burnley had a better defence than us in the Championship. But that was down to the goalkeeper. They had James Trafford. We had Flappy Mellier. At the end of the day, we actually completed. We had conceded less XG against. Chances against. We were actually better than. We just had a terrible keeper. So structurally, we're good. I just think he might be a little bit arrogant and said, you know what, I'm just going to play my way. And if he does that, then you're looking at the likes of Saka and Co in behind, and that worries me. I think, yeah, I'd be worried he'd maybe just try go with his own ethos, his own principles, which I'd just said, you know what, maybe even put 3 centre backs on, man, and just go 5-3-2. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just try get out there with something.
Yeah.
Try get out there with something. A point would be amazing, man. I've said if we get a point at the Emirates, we're getting Champions League.
I admire the. Hey, you know what? Why not?
Why not? Eh?
Why not? Why not? I mean, you've already got a bigger stadium than Chelsea, so
That's what I'm saying.
You're making it even bigger than Chelsea. So maybe you'll kick someone out. But I don't like. I've watched bits and pieces of Leeds when you've been in the Championship, because I watched the odd Championship game, because I like how, to me, it's like, well, a lot of people think it's like, I wouldn't say worse than the Premier League, but I would say that it's definitely a more open league.
Oh yeah, man. Anybody can beat anybody. Like, it's mad, mate, honestly.
So attacking. Like, if you want to see like less of like the systematic football and more of the end-to-end attacking, like what football used to kind of be in the Premier League, the Championship has that. And obviously, I'm originally from a place called Galston, which is the local team is Norwich.
Right. So, okay.
Yeah. So I keep an eye on Norwich here and there, and obviously there was the period of time where Farke was at Norwich. And so didn't go to plan.
You know what though?
But
I get it. That's everything that gets labelled at Leeds fans, right? So what about Farke last time? But my man spent, in his first season he came up, he had a net spend of 5 million. The following season, when they came up again after winning the Championship, they spent like 30 odd, but they'd sold Buendia that summer to Villa for the same price.
Yeah.
So like his net spend in the Premier League was terrible. He had a very young squad. He was on a hiding to nothing. Do you know what I mean? One thing that's happened this time, we've backed him, right? Our spending's now gone up to 90 odd mil. He said in his presser yesterday, he still wants 2 or 3. So we're gonna be going over 100 mil by the end of the transfer window. And we've only sold 6 million. So it's not as if like we're balancing the books out. They're gonna give him what. And so then he has no excuses, right? He has no excuses. He was in Germany for a little bit. He worked with like Marcus Thuram and stuff before he got the boot there, obviously, and then we took him on. But I think he understands as well, although he says in press conferences it isn't about me when he gets asked the question, but this is a chance at redemption for him as well, right? To show, actually, no, I do belong at this elite level. And I think we saw in the Everton game, it's a total different side to that Norwich side. Listen, I remember that Norwich side. Suarez used to score like four a time against them, man. I remember he scored 4 goals in 2 games against Norwich, man. So 8 in total. But yeah, they weren't great, were they? They weren't great. Very young squad and stuff. Leeds United this summer have gone for a certain profile, right? So everyone's 26 with bought. Everyone's over 6 foot. So it's almost like they've gone, right, what's the archetypal Premier League player? This is the age profile. This is the size. We've improved on set pieces, etc. So they're obviously going, because the 49ers are big on data, right? They're massive on data. So they obviously have gone down and said, right, this is what you need to be competitive.
Yeah.
Set pieces, for example, we know how everyone like mocks it, but look what they've done for you. Yeah. Since you've be honest, though, right? You don't win that game against Man United. I know people call it like Stoke or whatever, but if you win a game of football, who cares, right? It's every little increment gain you can take. So yeah, man, I think in terms, he's been backed, so he has to get it right. If he doesn't, they will sack him, and I'm okay with that because I just want to stay in the division, you know.
Has your club been like open about what their actual like minimum expectation is for this season.
No, but I know they want to stay. They've got to stay up because of the stadium expansion and stuff. Do you know what I mean? They've got to. The money's in it. You know, the Red Bull deal's gone up when we're in the Premier League in terms of investment. They're big on improving the stadium, and I think you can't do that if you're not in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? It's all good and well getting a 55, and it looks great and stuff, but if you're in the Championship, it's not great. And look, I was in the Championship and League One when, you know, things weren't great, and the stadium wasn't full week in, week out. Bielsa came in, and that changed, mate, because the football was amazing. Then we get relegated, and it stayed full because of the team we had. We knew we're going to be winning games and potentially go back up. If you go down and you have 3, 4, 5 seasons where you're not challenging, people stop going. I don't care what people do. Go, do you know what? I'd rather do something better with my Saturday than go watch us get beat against bloody Plymouth or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's true though, bro.
Yeah.
So it's all good and well building 55, but if you're in Championship, it'll do nothing, man. So we've got to stay in the division. It's so important.
I think you can. You know, yes. and you know what? I think a lot of people have actually given Leeds I don't want to say the benefit of the doubt, but like they're kind of favoring you over teams that were in the Premier League last season. Yeah. And they're definitely favoring you over definitely Burnley.
Yeah. Sunderland have done some serious business, man.
Yeah. Like Sunderland's been, it's like, who's better? So either or, like you'll get people that say Leeds, you'll get people that say Sunderland. But I think that people are definitely looking at Leeds and Sunderland as like, yeah, you guys are definitely better than Brentford.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely better than West Ham, definitely better than Burnley, definitely better than Wolves. Like, and obviously you both started off with a win.
Yeah.
To kind of make your case a bit stronger. And then now I feel like maybe you've run into I don't know. How do you think it's positive? Would you prefer to face Arsenal now at the Emirates, or when you're more in a flow of games that maybe you've gone like 10 games and you've won 5 or 6 and drawn 2, lost 2? Like or are you happy to just get Emirates out of the way and I don't have to think about it for the rest of the season?
I think the latter, get it out of the way. And is there a good time to play Arsenal at the Emirates? I don't know, but maybe you could look at it and say, well, they weren't great against Manchester United. They're still bedding in Gyokeres. Havertz is injured. There's some new faces in there, so the midfield's not used. So I would probably rather play them now, get it out of the way, than, you know, in 10 games' time where they're cooking and they're putting 4s and 5s past people. There's not to say that you couldn't do that at the weekend. I'm under no illusions. I don't think you will. I hope you don't, but, you know, it could happen though, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if there is a good time to play us, but maybe this is it, especially with, you weren't great against Manchester United, but for me, I don't understand the over-exaggeration. You got out there with 3 points at a place you don't normally do well with, right? That's the most important thing. You could have played amazing and drawn 0-0. Like Man United fans were buzzing, but they got 0 points. Yeah, but we played amazing, but you got 0 points, so it don't really matter.
Yeah.
So I think, I think it's probably the best time we can play you. Get it out of the way. I'd rather play you now, right, than in the running. Say we've got 5 games left and we need 6 points and we've got to go to the Emirates. It's like, well, that's game over. So, get it out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm the same with the game I have next, which is at Liverpool at Anfield. Get it out of the way, game week 3. Don't have to worry about going back to Anfield. Got Old Trafford out of the way last week. Don't have to worry about going to Old Trafford again for the rest of the season. I got a win there as well. So, and I mean, talking about the Arsenal game, the Manchester United game that Arsenal played. Like, obviously, we probably didn't play to the level that a lot of people was expecting us to. Before the game kicked off. But do you have any kind of like fears that Arsenal themselves may want to? Well, it's hard to say bounce back because we won, but prove a point in the next game, being our first home game, knowing that we did have a performance that, because obviously players they check into social media, they see they see what everyone's saying. Like, do you feel like you could catch Arsenal at just that really unlucky time where all the players are like, nah, you know what? We got to show people that we're a lot better than what people think that we are. Especially considering as well, because you did speak a bit about the midfield. Like, it did come out after the game that Zubimendi was actually ill and was recovering from illness. And I know how hard, hey, even this morning, I'm not ill, but I woke up tired. I knew how hard it was to just sit on the seat and get on the camera. So imagine recovering from illness and having to play at Old Trafford. So could you just get caught out on the back of like pride?
Yeah. Do you know what the biggest thing for me? And I always remember, right? We went to Old Trafford on the opening day of the last time we were here, and they brought out Varane. They brought out Varane, right? And the crowd was pumped, and it was like, "Oh, we've signed Varane." And it was feel good feelings, and they smashed us that day, 6-1, smashed us. And I think I was talking to Potsy about it. There's that feel good factor because it's the first game back at the Emirates, first home game of the season. You've just signed Eze off of your like biggest rivals, right? Well, in there, you might not see it, but you hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's going to have a certain vibe to it as well. The crowd's going to be pumped for that. Like, if I'm Arsenal, I'm going, do you know what? Let's get him at the ground. Let's get him at the ground, get him on the pitch with the shirt. If they can do that, that can obviously make the support bouncing. And then, like you say, the fans will probably be wanting to put on a show, right? Because it's the first game back. I think the only thing I'll say, I think, Hooks, and you can tell me different, there seems to be such a nervousness around Arsenal in terms of this season. It has to happen. This season it has to happen. I think probably the manager's aware of that fact. Some of the players will be aware of that fact, and I know the fans certainly are. My hope, I'm thinking, if we can get to 0-0 at half time, then the crowd's like, oh, this is getting nervy here, man. What's going on? We've just seen, Chelsea get a result. We've just seen whoever the 3 o'clock's the morning, City have beat Spurs or whatever, and we're 0-0 at half time and we can't break them down. That's my hope. But like I said, it will be a feel-good feeling because it's first time back. And do you think they could announce Eze and bring him on the pitch kind of thing and boost it like that? Because that would lift up the atmosphere, wouldn't it, man?
So I actually think that they will announce. Well, I guess it's kind of hard to announce Eze because everyone knows already. But
but still, him coming out on the pitch with the shirt and that.
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah. I personally think because Arsenal love to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Arsenal love to do like how can we do a bit of PR to get fans like back on our good side, or like they're always trying to find new ways to get fans involved with like different things. So I think that they would. I mean, okay, I would be very surprised if they didn't do it. Now,
I think it'd be stupid not to, man.
Yeah, but so I actually wouldn't be surprised if he's actually doing his medical now.
Yeah.
So the thing is, and this is the thing that I'm not so sure about, and I'm gonna have to think long and hard about it because I'm so close to putting Eze in my FPL team. Is that
really?
because all we have to do is register him by 12 o'clock today.
Yeah.
Then hypothetically speaking, he could play in the Leeds game tomorrow. And let's be honest, he's probably more match fit than a lot of our players.
Of course. Yeah.
So it's like I've now got a balance. Like, do I think Arteta would, like off the back of no training sessions with Arsenal, would he just throw him in the home game against, even if it's like a 30-minute cameo in the second half? I don't know what Arteta's a really like difficult manager to judge if he will do the thing that fans want him to do. Like he rarely does. If you know what I mean, it's very difficult to predict. So yeah, I mean, I'm at this point, I'm not ruling out seeing Eze play for Arsenal tomorrow. And if Eze plays for Arsenal tomorrow, that's a whole different proposition. Like all of whatever thoughts I have around the game completely go out the window, because he's a difference maker.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's someone who, when he gets the ball and Gyokeres makes a run, he will find
make things happen.
Yeah, he'll find him. He's someone that you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. Like if you guys, Eze thrives when teams want to play basketball and go end to end. So then, if you make it that type of game, when he gets on the ball and he starts running the other way, I mean, I don't know how fast your defenders are. I mean, Dan James is pretty fast, but
he'll come back and defend as well, mate.
But I mean, how often in a game can Dan James be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down? Like it's a whole.
You think you'll play him on the left then, if he was to? Let's say.
I think it's the most realistic place for him to start for Arsenal.
Yeah,
in my opinion, like unless Arteta shifts the tactics and gets us into a way where maybe we could play a box midfield and then two centre midfielders, kind of like Manchester United, where they have two attacking midfielders, two centre. Then maybe you can play Eze next to Ødegaard, but I don't think Arteta will do that. So for me, he's definitely, well, unless Arteta shocks everybody and puts Eze in either the 8 or puts Eze in the 10 and Ødegaard in the 8, it's probably going to be Eze starting on the left.
Yeah, I think so.
But I don't think it will be too long before, if we don't see the Ødegaard that we need to see, Eze takes that position.
I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans mention this, actually. I can't see it happening, man. I think Ødegaard's his boy. You know what I mean? He's his captain.
Yeah, but it's like you alluded to earlier, like the nerves. Like I'm pretty sure, like Arteta himself, he probably know. So he's now got a pressure. Of I've got everything that I needed.
Yeah, definitely.
This window, I got everything I needed.
Yeah.
And, I'm like. I think I could safely say now this is the best transfer window that I've ever seen Arsenal have. Yeah, best transfer window. Because it's the only transfer window since Thierry Henry left that we've actually, in one transfer window, bought for every gap that we had in the squad.
Yeah, I was good. Yeah, okay. Was Zubimendi?
We've never done that. Yeah. And bear in mind, I've seen windows where I only signed Petr Cech. That was the only signing that I made. So I'm rating our window based on the fact that all of the things that we needed, we got.
Yeah.
So now Arteta has no excuse. Like, and especially signing Eze.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people didn't think that would happen. So signing Eze, it's now like, okay, you've kind of got what you've got on the right with Bukayo Saka in terms of how people view him. You now have that on the left, or potentially in the 10 as well.
Yeah,
like you have a striker. You could have said for a very long time you didn't have a striker. You now have a striker.
Yeah.
So what can not saying that he does hide, because obviously I don't know him on a personal level, so I don't know like how he is really. Like I can surmise things from like press conferences, but I don't feel like a press conference shows you the truth of a person. But he can't hide. There's no excuse.
No.
And the fan base as well. Like for me, I feel now, if any Arsenal fan gets asked, do you think you're a favourite to win the Premier League? You have to say yes.
Yes.
Because what is our squad lacking?
Yeah.
Literally nothing.
Like you can't like go, but they've got Pep, but there has to come a time, don't they, where they go, no, I get that. So if they've got Pep, then we need to get someone who's on a level with him or par with him. We can't just go, we can't help it that our manager's just underneath him. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Listen, I've been a supporter of Arteta. I think there's been some Arsenal fans that have maybe wanted him to go sooner. I sort of get it now, like, and plus I'm not an Arsenal fan, so can't really comment on that shit. But from the outside looking in, I think he's been battered unnecessarily at times. But even I now go, you've got to make it happen this time, mate, because you've got no excuses now. You've got no excuses. So yeah, he's got to win at all costs, really. It's gotta be done.
Where do you actually like? I mean, in all like, I guess as real of a opinion as you can have at this point, like based on the window, like where would you be expecting Arsenal to finish?
Top two. You got to get top two. It's hard to say. Look, he's got to win the league, and if you didn't win the league, it's got to be like when Liverpool never used to win it against City, right? Like, oh, but we got X amount, we just couldn't get past them. I think you can take confidence from the fact Liverpool have gone all out with this slot style now, more so than they did last year. He's got, the wing backs bombing on, and I think they'll be quite susceptible. I do, and we saw that against Bournemouth. Let's be honest. If that's Monday night against Newcastle shut the game down, man. They don't. If they get in front, they're not going to concede. I actually think they'll get beat on Monday night. I do. So I don't think they're as foolproof as people are making out. With City, it was like, we're not sure what we're going to get. And then we saw what we were going to get, and they've bought really well. So it's really hard, Hooks. I guess we'll know more in even just 5 games' time, you know what I mean? Because the mad thing is, the way the Premier League's kicked off this year, you've got massive games early doors. You played Man United. This weekend, we've got Spurs City. That'll be a tough game for City because Thomas Frank's a very good manager, man.
Yeah,
very good manager. So I reckon that could be quite low scoring, if I'm honest. They might just shut it down, Spurs. And then obviously Liverpool have got Newcastle, and with everything that's going on, that's going to be a bear pit when they go there. And then I think afterwards, City play. There's another big game coming up. There's so many big games early doors, so it's going to twist and turn, man. So we'll have to wait and see. It's hard, but Arteta has to get a big trophy. If he doesn't win the league, because he just misses out, he has to get a Champions League. He has to, or at least, get to the final or something. He's got to do something. He spent a lot of money now, man. And he's got all the parts. Like you said, he's got all the parts, man.
Yeah, that's another element that can't, especially this transfer window, can't be used as an excuse, is the money spent, because we spent a lot of money.
And look at the players you bought, right? So Zubimendi, Liverpool fans thought they were getting him. What a signing that is, right? Gyokeres, the most sought-after striker. And then you brought Eze. Everyone's like, the streets won't forget type footballer that everyone goes, Eze is unreal. Every fan does, though, right? We all go, Eze is quality, man. So, like you said, and then even like bringing in young centre-backs like Mascara, etc., you can't grumble on your window, man. It's been immense, to be honest.
We've even delved a bit deeper into the set piece FC with signing Eze as well, because he's very good from set pieces. Like, hey, he had a goal disallowed from a set piece in the first game of the Premier League. So we really can't complain. I mean, the only thing that I'll say is Arsenal's season, whatever we will be able to do, is going to be defined really early on, because we played Manchester United. Cool. We made it through that game. We got the 3 points.
Yeah.
We've got Leeds at home. Be it as it may, I expect us to win. This is still a game where, you guys came up. You're hungry to prove yourself in the Prem and re-establish yourself as a Prem team. You just came off the back of beating Everton. Like, it could be a tricky game. Like, even though I think we are going to win, it's not to the extent that I'm going to disrespect Leeds, because, again, I think you're a really good team. We then have to go Anfield.
Yeah, that's it.
We all know how hard that is. Like, even if they do have certain players missing, like Frimpong or whatever, that is still going to Anfield is always difficult for Arsenal. We then have, I think, Nottingham Forest at home, which, I mean, they've started the season flying. They're looking
bought really well as well. They've had such a great 2 weeks, man, in this window.
They've bought really well. So, I rate Blood Brothers. I never forget why I wear red. So I always show them their respect as well. And then we have I can't remember which order it's in, but we have Man City home and Newcastle away back to back.
Wow. That's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, that's our first 6 games.
Wow.
Which is crazy. And we never, well, I say never, like at least in recent years, going to St. James's Park has always been difficult for Arsenal.
Man.
And then Man City is Man City wherever you play them. Like, over the last 3 years, we've done pretty well against Big 6 teams. I am more confident against Man City at home than I am away, but it's still Manchester City. It's still Pep Guardiola. Like, they're still a team full of talent. So our season gets defined really early. So once we finish that, we get to game 7. I'll be able to know, and I think all Arsenal fans will be able to know, are we winning the title or not?
Yeah.
We will know really early on. Now, obviously, things can change throughout a season, but we will know really early on what's going to happen. So, yeah, I don't know. That's the scariest part of this. And this is why, even this early on against Leeds, for me, this is a must-win game.
Of course, yeah. No, it is. Therefore.
And this is where I worry. This is where personally I worry a bit for Leeds, because it being a must-win game, I expect everybody to step up. Everybody. So you're going up against Titans, in my opinion, way too early on in the season, but it could be a good learning curve for Leeds. There'll be a lot that you can take from this game.
Have you thought about the potential of Leeds getting something?
Yeah.
Oh, you have? Is it come into the thought process?
Yeah. So, all right. So do you know what it is? I don't disrespect teams that come up from the Championship, because I know
Yo, Hooks. Listen to this. Sorry to cut you off. Matteo Moretto, top tier sauce in Italy. Tensions between the ownership and Portuguese manager Nuno Espirito Santo are stemming from signings during transfer window. The English club is evaluating managers already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's insane, isn't it? That guy Marinakis is mental. I put it in the chat. I don't know, but that is insane, man.
So they're thinking of getting rid of him?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
That is mental, isn't it? Mate, I just got someone at the door. It'll be 2 minutes.
That's crazy. Oh, it's not in English though. Wait, can I translate? That's crazy. Chat, what do we think about that? What do we think about Nottingham Forest sacking Nuno? That's crazy. Yeah, he wants to sack him. Crazy. How the haters wake up now. Hey, Marinakis is a true dictator. We are very far off in. Oh, is it maybe down to what he's okay?
It's mental though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Only Forest would do something like that, man.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. But I do think because I remember I think I saw Nuno say this live when he was talking about the squad.
Yeah.
And I, at the time I did think that someone like Marinakis is not going to like that, especially considering how they've bought in quite a lot of players.
Yeah, a lot
of players. So
mental.
Who would they go? It'd be interesting to see who if this does play out, who they go for. It'd be very interesting, because he's
quite ambitious, mate. He'll go for a top tier manager with Marinakis and pay them crazy money, man.
Oh, it could. Yeah. That's one to keep an eye on. That's definitely one to keep an eye on, because it would be interesting to see who they do go for. But I guess to go back to what you were previously about, can I see that I think there is a potentiality that you could win. like however minimal it is, like
Yeah.
I don't disrespect teams that come up from the championship because I know that for you to actually get out of the championship, you have to grind.
Yeah.
You have to grind. Like there's no two ways about it. You have to grind. You have to go to grounds that I would argue are much harder to play at than a lot of the Premier League grounds because
Millwall away, mate. That's a rough,
yeah,
that's a rough
like
one.
because the thing is, you're going to grounds and you're playing a type of football where you could lose your life on the pitch. Like, like honestly, like these guys, it's like UFC on the pitch. Like it's crazy. So and like the conditions, like you guys are actually like obviously not to a disrespectful level, but it's like you've entered a new realm now. You've come in there, everyone's pitch is nice, and you know, like you feel like I don't know, you're in the 5-star hotel, you're not in the Airbnb, like you know, you've got room service and all of that stuff, and that I don't know. I just feel like, especially a team like Arsenal, there will be periods in the game where we will allow you to play football.
Yeah,
and you're actually a team that can play football. And you actually got a player that I actually like, Tanaka, because I'm a big fan of Japan. Like Blue Samurais, I even watch their games, all of that. They're my second team for the World Cup. So like he's such
a good player, man. Such a good player, you know.
Like you actually have players that can cause problems.
Yeah.
You're playing, well, you're now playing at the highest level of football. So for you to be there, your players have to be good. Like you don't get to the Premier League and you're not good. And I don't know, you seem like a team that is well structured and well organized. Like, and Farke will probably exploit the fact that it's always a bit unknown whether Arsenal can break down a low block or not.
Yeah, I think so.
So, look, maybe, and again, that was, even though I don't rate Dan James, I can appreciate on transition, I'm now looking at my left back and my right back and I'm thinking, who's really catching him if he breaks away on transition? Like, who's catching him? I'm gonna need Declan Rice to bust a gut, and then even then, I don't even know if Declan Rice catches up to him because this guy, he's fast. Yeah. Like he's Speedy Gonzalez, like Barry Allen, like he's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. There is a small possibility that we can drop points here. That everything's possible. It's not impossible, but then we start going into the realms of probability. Yeah, see, this is this is scary. Like Calafiori versus James's pace is scary. It's one of the areas I'm looking at, and I'm like, it's pretty scary. So
it's going to be interesting as well. Like obviously, Nonto played against Everton, but we've just signed Okafor, and Okafor's had
good signing as well.
Yeah, he's had a good pre-season at AC Milan. He got a couple of goals against Liverpool. He played really well against us, and I honestly could see him throwing him straight in, and look, you know, to get in transition, man, with them. I'll wait and see. The big loss, though, we lost Ampadu. He got injured at Everton, and he's out till after the international break. He's our captain. He's our 6. So it'll be interesting to see how he moves it around, because Stack was really good, but he might put him in the 6, and then you're losing his box-to-box. So he might put Tanaka in the 6, which, again, the ball progression from higher up the pitch. So it's going to be interesting. I think I could see him bringing Longstaff in potentially and moving either Stack or Tanaka into the 6. It's interesting. So there's a lot of unknowns for Leeds as well. But Okafor, it could be like an ace in the park. Someone Arsenal haven't prepared for. Just stick him on there, you know, because Nonto's good, but 1-on-1. Not so great. He sort of stands up and tries to cut in, whereas Okafor's going to try beat a man. You know, he's going to try get around him. So I would throw him in me, but that's just me.
Nono's really good as well. I remember him from his when he was last in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And
do you know what it is though, Hooks? He's been gash in the Championship. So I'm not really like feeling him. And then in pre-season he's looked different, and then against Everton he looked good again. And I just think he's maybe that type of player that like can get up for the Premier League, and just the Championship was much of a muchness for him. You know what I mean? He didn't even play, mate. He was behind James in the pecking order in the Championship. Did not play hardly. Yeah, he was not great, mate. Honestly, he wasn't. So like when I was coming up this time and everyone's going non-torn, I'm like, nah. But then he's already started the season really well. So I think it's maybe, I don't know, a mindset thing. Because obviously he tried to move to Everton when we got relegated. We said, no, you're not. He stayed, signed a new deal. But yeah, he looks different in the Prem compared to the Championship.
There was a few teams that was interested in him, right? When he was actually in the Prem.
Yeah.
So and just quickly, big up Donna for being a member for 5 months. I am grateful. The only thing is, I did acknowledge you in the chat. I actually told you, hey, Joe gets the point now. Because you've been spamming his chat quite a bit, and he's already said that he will jump on the channel. So the point was made, and he spamming. So you get me. So I had to address that, but I appreciate the support, and I appreciate anyone that does support. If you want to support, it is pinned to the channel. But don't only support me; go and support Just Joe as well, man. Proper sound guy. All right, let's start working our way towards a bit of a close, and what do you think when it comes to, just quickly before predictions, are you worried about Victor Gyokeres in any way, shape, or form? Because I know you, like, obviously you're probably aware of him from his time at Sporting, and then you may have seen him in
Coventry.
Coventry, yeah, obviously.
Coventry as well.
Coventry as well.
Yeah.
You would have seen some of his performances in pre-season, but a lot of people didn't really like the way he played against Manchester United. So I don't know, how do you feel about him coming up?
Yeah, again, I feel like it's a bit of an unknown quantity. Obviously, we know he scores goals. I get that. I just don't know if Hughes are set up yet, stylistically, tactically, to get the best out of him. And obviously that'll be getting worked on day in, day out on the training pitch. A week's a long time in football. You know what I mean? It might look totally different, but against Manchester United, it was long for him, I felt. And there was that one run, he got the ball and he forgot to take it with him, man. I was like, you've left the ball, mate. I was like, what's he doing? But listen, this is natural. It was a big occasion. He was there. So at home, another week's worth of training, because he came in later than you'd have liked, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I honestly didn't think he'd even start at Manchester United. I thought he would have gone with Havertz, but he threw him straight in. Maybe it was too soon for him. I don't know, but look, he'll be licking his lips thinking, I'm playing a newly promoted side at home. I'm going to get some goals in this. So, yeah, of course, I'm nervous about him, but none more nervous than Saka, man. Like, Saka's the boyo, isn't he? So he's the one. Although he wasn't great at Man United, so he'll want to, put right the wrongs, if you like. So, yeah, Saka's still the main guy for me, but we'll see what Gyokeres has got, yeah.
Oh, wow. You actually fear Saka the most in the Arsenal team?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
He's quality, man.
He's quality. I love Saka, man. He's
same.
Man, I love him.
He's my favorite player outside of Leeds United. I think he's quality.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I love Saka. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always giving Saka prop, man, when I hear about Foden and all these guys. It's like Saka does it consistently, season after season after season. There's this narrative he doesn't score in big games. It's bullshit, man. They throw everything at him. He gets it more than any other player, I think.
Okay. See, I might have a new best friend on YouTube. There's not too many people actually show Saka the respect I think he deserves. So you would think that Saka would be more of a threat, even if you're looking at the team sheet an hour before.
Yeah, I think so.
And you see
we've got a new left back, Goodmanson. He played in
the last game, though.
Yeah, he played well. but like he played in the Champions League for Lyon. Was it Lyon or Lyon? I can't remember. I always get mixed up. But he played against Liverpool and he got cooked a bit by Salah. And I just think the Premier League right wingers, your Sakas, your Salahs and co, they're different level. It'll be interesting to see who he plays on the left wing. So I was mentioning Okafor. I think what he's going to want to do is obviously the left winger's going to have to come back and help him, help Goodmanson out. So it might even be Jack Harrison, which we lose things going forward then as well. So I'm a bit unsure how we will tackle that because let's be honest, we have to be mindful of him and he has to be doubled up on. Might be the job of one of the midfielders to drop back and help in that scenario, to be honest, and keep the winger up. But yeah, for me, mate, Saka, whenever he gets the ball, things can happen. So I'd still be more nervous about Saka than Gyokeres at this moment in time. Obviously, in a few weeks' time, Gyokeres might be at, full tilt, and it's like, oh my God, how do you stop him? So let's see.
All right. Well, I'm actually expecting Victor Gyokeres to score in this game. So and I think a brace. I think it's possible for Victor Gyokeres to go and get a brace in this game, but he does have to prove himself. So, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Predictions for the game.
Can't believe. I think Arsenal 2, Leeds 0.
Oh, really? So you don't think you'll score?
No. We lack creators. We lack that clinical edge. That's why we're buying players. We'll still get some more in. I think if we struggle to create at home against Everton, I think we'll struggle to create at the Emirates against, for me, the best defence in the league. So it's going to be tough. If it's 0-0 at half-time, we'll see. But if I'm a betting man, I think it'll be 2-0. I don't think it'll be more than that. I think we'll be difficult to beat, if I'm honest. But just over the course of 90 minutes, you probably will get through. 2-0, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't lie. 2-0 does seem like a more fair result, but I did, on a prediction show, I did go 3-0 yesterday. But I do think it's good 2-0, 3-0.
I've seen some 4s. I'm speaking to Igal later. He's giving it 4s and 5s, so we'll see.
Oh, it's so true, man. It's how Dan James. Yeah,
be careful with that. Be careful with that, bro, because I will remember. And if he scores and we somehow win, I'm going to check this. 57 minutes, 44 seconds. Shonito TV. If he does score, I will be coming back to this. You will see a video, mate. Don't you worry.
Yeah, this is why I'm. I feel like the Dan James stuff I've been saying all this stream is gonna come back to bite me, and he might actually score. Big up Josh LUFC though. Great show, guys. Looking forward to this one. Saturday tea time. Liked and subscribed. Well, Leeds fans are all welcome over here. Truth be told, all fans are welcome over here. Like, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I do like talking about other football as well. So yeah. But Joe, thanks for giving me the time to talk a bit about Arsenal and Leeds. It's been a pleasure.
We'll go back to bed now.
People, just make sure that are watching live now and that do watch on. Oh wait, nobody's live. Can't be right. That is watching on playback to go and subscribe to Joe's channel as well. It is in the title. I'm just seeing if there is anybody to redirect to, but it seems like who's going live. I don't know. Whoa. Nobody's live. Don't know who's going live. Have you got anything this morning?
Yeah, I'm going to do my preview at some point, I think. I'm not sure yet on time, mate. I think I'm with the gal at like 11:30 or 11 or something like that. But yeah, busy, man, busy. But listen, I'm just glad to be back, man. Football's back. I don't know when I'm doing mine yet, but I will do.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess there's no, unless there's people in the chat. Is anyone you want to get sent to? Is anyone? No one's mentioned anyone. No, I guess no one gets a redirect then. I would redirect to TalkSport, but they wouldn't big me up and they wouldn't shout me. So yeah, they don't do that. Yeah, they don't need any more. So they got enough subscribers already. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, thanks for coming on. No worries, if you do want me to jump on for the
I'll shout you, man.
Or whatever, don't feel free to just give me a shout.
Yeah, man.
yeah, on the way out, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.